We got the job, baby! Shake and bake. Woo, yeah! Yeah! It's exciting! How about them Bucs, baby? Fire the cannon!
edition of the evolution of sports talk television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Had to wake up that mic. Welcome to the evolution. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. And how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them, you got to love the technology sometimes. Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, if you guys can hear us out there, hopefully you can. We'll have Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. At 9:30, we will have the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneers Radio Network. And then we will take your phone calls, as always, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 on a
Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day edition on a
Victory!
On a...
We got the dub, baby!
Yeah, that's right, Todd. I know you're excited.
It's exciting!
Fire those cannons.
Fire the cannons!
And of course, by the way, everybody calling off the season, maybe have some second thoughts at this point. You know, maybe have some faith, relax a little bit. They're 7-5. The schedule is favorable. But that is not just the great news of the day. I mean, there's so much great news, so many things to talk about here on the evolution of sports talk television. Mike Evans and Jalen McMillen, the 21-day 21-day window, little hip-hop reference if you don't know some 50 Cent, there you go, has opened up. Do you know what that means? Uh-oh, for the NFL. Ye have little faith, Bucs fans. Like everybody's saying, make a trade for Jacoby Myers. And I sit here and say, I don't know. You know, give up a premium pick for a player you don't know who doesn't know the offensive system, which I can appreciate. Look, you want to get the team better. I get that. But you get back Chris Godwin, right? He looks like the old Chris Godwin, while people say on multiple Bucs sites here, Bucs pages, that he is washed up, which you're absolutely correct. Wrong. Completely wrong.
That's good enough to suck right there!
I almost said you were correct. You're not. He's not washed up. There's a reason why he got a contract extension from Jason Light in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? So he leads them in receiving on Sunday. But I get it. I digress. It's the Arizona Cardinals, so it doesn't count. And then Mike Evans comes back, and it's a broken collarbone, and the sky is falling, and he's out, and he's not going to play for the whole year, and he may retire. And you know what I have to say about that? Complete and total nonsense. What? It's Mike friggin' Evans. It's most likely a Hall of Famer. Could go down as the greatest Buccaneer in their history, besides Derek Brooks. Are you serious? Did you actually think he wasn't going to play this year? And then you have the emerging wide receiver from last year, Jalen McMillen, possibly coming back. So look out, because everybody may get what they want. When you're a Bucs fan, you may get the opportunity to say Emeka Egbuka, Tez Johnson, the two rookies, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Jalen McMillan, and Bucky Irving, oh my, all healthy at the same time. And oh, by the way, they may have Kalijah Cansey back too. Maybe there's a reason why Jason Light is one of the best GMs in the National Football League. I'm astounded of how many doctors are out there. How many Facebook doctors are out there trying to diagnose the injury, saying it's doom and gloom when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, maybe this was the plan all along. And oh, by the way, besides the Bucs, because we're going to get you ready for Bucs football versus the Saints, as we got you covered tonight, before the game at What the Buck Tailgate, and then on the field. There is not another show that's doing it. Look at the radio station. Look at the TV station. Look both ways before you cross the road. And what you're going to see across that road is the evolution of sports talk television in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show, 30 to 35 minutes after the game. Taking your phone calls, playing sound effects like this.
It's exciting!
Yes, Todd, it is exciting. We got you covered, Bucs fans. We got you covered all weekend. In fact, by the way, if that wasn't enough, nearly 700,000 views in the last 90 days on Facebook. Over 8,000 followers on Facebook. So for that, here's my gift to you. We will be at the Tampa Sports Collectors Expo. We're trying to make it out there on Friday because Jonathan Aranda and Elijah Roberts, a good friend of the show, will try to go live on that Friday night. But on Saturday, we're definitely going live. Guess who the guests are on the sports web? BJ Upton, Carlos Pena, Brett Phillips, Dante Culpepper, Vince Papale, Dwight Smith, Peter Warrick, Jimmy Giles, Casey Weldon. Is that enough, Evolution? Is that enough for you, webheads? We got you covered all weekend. We'll read the comments. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. YouTube Super Chats, Facebook Stars. Let's get my co-host on. We'll go out to the comments in just a moment. We'll open up the Kraken, if you will, being the phone line. And we'll get it underway here on my favorite day of the week. It's a happy hump day edition of the Evolution. Here we go. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Do I sound a little bit excited tonight? Am I excited tonight about what's going on, what the future of the sports web is? Was that too much? I mean, so many things to talk about. And the best news of the day, if you're a Bucs fan at this point, because everybody thought the majority of Bucs fans thought the sky was falling, that Mike Evans wouldn't see, he wasn't going to see the field again. He was going to retire. Jalen McMillen was never going to play again. This and that and the other thing. Kalijah Cansey could be back. The Bucs are getting healthy at the right time. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
Peter, what's happening, brother? How you doing? Everything okay?
Everything is good. When the tech works, I had to bang on my mic a couple times. No joke. I mean,
you should do that in private, really, though.
That's great up for suck right there.
You really, it's not nice talking
about
about microphones right now and banging on anything.
Well,
okay?
listen, I'm going to tell you right
Trust me.
now, I'm ready to bang on the drum at this point. Bang on the drum all day long when it comes to this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team because everything is in front of them. You got the Saints who are struggling. You got the Falcons on Thursday Night Football at this point. Seem like they have nothing to play for. And the Carolina Panthers, trendy pick. I know you picked them. And maybe
it's not a trendy pick. That team is really good.
Yes.
Look what they did to the LA Rams.
Yes. Agree.
That is a really, really good team.
Agree. But I think the Bucs are a better team. And I think being healthy.
I didn't say they weren't.
Right. Getting Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan. Just talk about that first and foremost. I mean, the dream.
Well, they're not back yet, Pete.
Well, it looks like they're going to come back.
No, I understand that, but they're not back yet. This is what they always do. They open up the 21-day window.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be, you know what? This isn't really nice. Get off of my camera there, Turbo.
Well, see, the cat is trying to play, so that's what it comes down to. But
they opened up the 21-day window. Yes, they're usually an insight. Now, barring any kind of setback, something can happen. But I mean, I don't foresee that happening. And Peter, this is what we talked about 3-4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That this team can get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they should have made some moves because nothing is a guarantee. They're not going to be in football shape when they come right back. But yeah, if they could get a couple of games before the end of the season, this team could be a force that has to be reckoned with. Absolutely. And then I want to see all the people come out and go, I hate Todd Bowles. I hate Todd Bowles. I hate Todd Bowles.
Right. And then I didn't get a chance to mention it, but USF had a big move today. They hired former Ohio State, you heard me right, Ohio State offensive coordinator, former wide receiver Brian Hartline is your new USF Bulls head coach. And the reason why Bulls fans should be so excited about this, go ahead, Todd.
It's exciting.
It is exciting because he's a great recruiter, and you look at the wide receiving talent that is around the National Football League. Oh, by the way, Emeka Egbuka got one of those wide receivers, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's the guy that has recruited that type of player. So you not only get an offensive coordinator who is a part of a great program in the Ohio State University, But you get a guy that's young, 39 years old, has offensive acumen, if you will, and knows how to recruit. Rob Higgins, I met him the other night. I met Derek Brooks the other night. This is a grand slam hire. Bulls fans, I want to know what you think about this hire tonight. Open phone line, 727-255-0391, 877-255-0391. Let's go out to the comments here. Webheads, we don't want to neglect you, Tampa Bay sports fans. That is not, that's me. Let's go. Peter, you and the Greek are the best. I love the shows. Thank you very much. There on YouTube. Blake Anthony, you are the man. No, my friend, you are the man. It was great seeing my old friend there at What the Buck tailgate, getting an opportunity to talk with him and chat with him. We'll get back to the comments in just a moment, but we ask for phone calls. We get phone calls, and let's go out to Trevor here leading it off, the evolution of sports talk television. Trevor, welcome to the Sports Web, your happy hump day edition, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man. Just great news today when it comes to opening up that 21-day window when it comes to Mike Evans and Jalen McMillen. I'm pretty sure either they're going to come back this week or in the next couple weeks, but again, all was lost when it comes to this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team with some of this fan base saying Mike Evans is never going to play again. He's going to retire. He's done. I don't think they did it in that voice, but I had to do it. And then Jalen McMillan, he may never come back again. So again, it remains to be seen. They're not officially back, but when you open that 21-day window, you have to think that they're pretty close.
Right. Well, I mean, as far as Jalen McMillan, I was more so along the line. I never said he wasn't never going to play again.
Yeah.
I felt like because of his injury, I just felt like it was in his best interest, not only as a football player, but his quality of life to just take the rest of the season off so it wouldn't become like a long-time problem. Because as much as I love my Buccaneers, man, I don't want no players' quality of life to be changed because of football. As far as like Mike Evans, I mean, that's kind of like music to my ears because, again, I wasn't one of the guys that said, hey, he's done. As far as like his career, I was hoping that he gives us, one last ride next year, hopefully. But to hear that he could potentially come back, here shortly, that's awesome. I just hope that he's not rushing back because as much as I would love to have him on that field, I don't want him to be rushed back. And, again, his quality of life, his family and all that kind of stuff. I just really hope legitimately the doctors are saying, hey, he is medically cleared. He can go out there and practice and potentially play only because he's medically qualified to go out there and do it. No other reason. That's just because Mike Evans is my favorite player and I love him. So and I just want what's best for Mike. So
of course, I think a lot of people do. But you know what's best for Mike? What's best for Mike is to be on this football team. What's best for Mike is he gives this team the best chance to win. Nothing against Emeka Egbuka, who's been the number one wide receiver. Nothing against Tez Johnson and Sterling Shepard and Chris Godwin even. But Mike Evans, when you have this offense, it runs through Mike Evans. You get him back, and then it starts to really open up things, and people start to shut their mouth. And then, listen, it's going to take a couple weeks maybe for them to get acclimated to this, to the offense, get back into football shape. But again, it goes back to what the media icon said in the preseason when you have the injuries and when all the fans were saying the sky was falling at the time. We'll have TJ Rives coming on here about 9:30 talking about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, getting you ready for New Orleans Saints. Hate the New Orleans Saints, but they're playing them on Sunday. But when would you rather have them? Would you rather have them at the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, or when you're about to make a run? And right now, this team can run the table with the schedule that they have, and it gets better when you get healthier and you get those weapons. It makes your offense that much more explosive.
No, I agree. If we're going to get healthy, I mean, it's as good a time as any to get healthy during this stretch. I don't think it's been a bad season. Did we have like a rough stretch? Sure. But I mean, every team goes through that.
Sure.
And that's one of the things that disappoints me about our fans, is they won't weather the storm. I've seen that because it's not like we're the only team in the league that's had to go through this year. I've seen other fan bases like rally behind their team even during the tough stretch. You know, if they lose 2 or 3 games in a row and they still have an opportunity to make the playoffs, they're rooting their damn team on. They're not saying fire everybody. You know what I mean? Fire Todd Bowles.
Fire this guy. Fire that guy.
Yeah,
Follow the offensive coordinator. Hire John Gruden all over again. Do this. Do that. Wholesale changes.
I almost find it kind of comical.
It is comical. It is. It's
the
crazy.
Thing is, though, Peter,
but you know what? This isn't the only team that does that, Peter. Hold on, man. Hold up for a second. This isn't the only team. It's literally every single team in the National Football League that'll do this. I mean, they're actually going after Andy Reid in Kansas City right now. You should see the papers.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
Come on. I mean, it's almost sickening. They're ready to run Sirianni out of town because Chicago put an ass whip him on last week. I mean, it's almost kind of comical. But I mean, the success that this team has had year in and year out.
I put this out there on the field on Sunday before I got hosed by the sprinklers, which, by the way, whoever turned the sprinklers on, that was not a good joke there. Well, yeah, definitely be out by 6:45 or something.
FYI, they turned those sprinklers on with a timer, okay?
Yeah, well, the timer was I needed to get off the field. But, yeah, I put this out there before those sprinklers came on and nearly ruined everything. If you're a Bears fan, wouldn't you trade the success that the Bucs have had with the division titles? And people go, well, the NFC South, that's a terrible division. Nobody ever talks about the NFC East. Nobody ever talks about the AFC East. Hell, nobody talked about the AFC West when the Kansas City Chiefs were winning that easily. And nobody's talking about, by the way, the AFC North with the gargantuan or the giant there, and the Baltimore Ravens being at 6-6 leading their division. So enough with the nonsense of this is the worst division in football, because honestly, if you look at the numbers, the AFC North, the numbers are worse, and the NFC East numbers, they have been worse. So
and Peter,
yes,
from a competitive standpoint, Pete, it is one of the bottom divisions.
Oh,
but it's not the bottom division. There have been divisions like that before. Ed, hold off. Go ahead, Trevor. Sorry about that.
I was just going to say, you know, it's kind of funny because, like, we'll go back to our guy Tom Brady, right? Before he was a Buccaneer, obviously he was a Patriot.
Right.
Now, the AFC East was atrocious when he played in that division. Well, even during the dynasty years, the Bills were terrible. The Jets, they had a few decent seasons.
Right.
And who's the other team? The Dolphins. The Dolphins have been trash for as long as I can remember. Every now and then they would get Brady. For some reason, the Dolphins kind of had Brady's number. I don't know why, but it's division football.
Well,
so
Brady owned the Jets.
For the most part, that division was terrible.
Right.
And no one ever used the excuse, oh, well, you know, the only reason the Patriots make the playoffs is because the AFC East is trash.
That's because they went to the Super Bowl and won so many of them. It wasn't just division title. It just wasn't just winning in their division. They were making it deep runs into the playoffs, and they were going to the Super Bowls. Okay, so that's not a real fair comparison. Okay, you can't compare the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of today in the past 5 years as what the Patriots have done before in the past. I get what you're saying, Trevor. I hear what you're saying, but that's not a fair comparison. What I'm saying is the fans need to give this team a break. Okay, because, I mean, you went through a rough stretch. You didn't beat the really good teams that were on your schedule, with the exception of the 49ers and Seattle and everything else. But you know what? They were hurt. Now they're going to get healthy. How much damage can this team possibly do going down the stretch? I think they could win out personally, you know, as long as everything falls into line. And when they go into the playoffs, if they're healthy, this team has just as good as a chance as the Bears do, the Rams do, or even Green Bay. You didn't even hear me say the one word, the Detroit Lions.
Or the Seattle Seahawks, which, by the way, the Bucs beat, but they're highly explosive too.
Detroit might not even be in the playoffs this year because Chicago is completely taking over that division this year.
Fire Dan Campbell. He goes for fourth down too much. Get him out of there. Yeah, they're 7-5, by the way. You don't hear their fans saying fire Dan Campbell. I mean, it's amazing.
No, it's they're getting upset up there.
Oh,
I'm not kidding
They're
you.
the last damn team that need to be talking all the losing seasons they had. They better be glad they got to win a damn record.
I'm not kidding you.
That's straight up the suck right there.
When Dan Campbell took the play call duties from an offensive coordinator,
yes,
this team kind of slid a little bit backwards. This is a team that's got a ton of talent, and I don't think they're going anywhere. Me personally, I think you're going to have 3 teams coming out of that division.
All right. Good, Trevor. Appreciate the call as always, my friend. Use that second one. We got the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives, coming up here about 9:35, 9:40. So Bucs fans, get your questions ready. He'll be ready.
For president.
Yeah, TJ for president. Exactly. Vote for TJ. That's what we talk about here on the Sports Web. Trevor, appreciate the call as always. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get out. Not only to
TJ,
the phone
not
calls,
Trevor. TJ.
Well, yeah. TJ.
Alex
for president.
Gold.
Oh, what the heck is that? I don't know what that was. Okay. Shout out to Peter and the Greek. Shout out to Bucs Nation.
What's up?
Well,
What's up?
I can't even read the comments because the phone calls are coming in. But yes, TJ for president. We love you, Trevor. Lots of T's there. Let's go out to Abraham. Abraham, welcome to the Evolution.
Hello, Peter. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Abraham. How are you tonight?
Ibrahim.
Good. Congratulations on your Bears, Harry.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll see what they can do. I still don't think they're winning the division. They're number one in the NFC right now, but if they take down the big bad Green Bay Packers like they did Philadelphia, then I'll be a huge believer.
Yes. Yeah, so we do have a lot of fans that are like seesawing and emotional roller coasters, and they don't see the big picture, unfortunately, because they only see.
Well, that was me.
They'll only
that was me.
I don't know.
Sneezing.
Somehow they just get carried by the moment.
Abraham, that was me.
But you got to see the big picture.
Well,
you got a lot of injured players.
Right.
You're winning with a lot of backup players, and a lot of rookies are getting valuable reps. And when everybody gets healthy, this team will be a dangerous team to reckon with.
Well,
unfortunately, our fan base is, let's fire Todd Bowles the second we lose a game. Come on, man, have some loyalty and patience and resilience.
Yes.
They don't have that. They don't have that.
They definitely don't have that. And that was me sneezing because I'm allergic to the nonsense that's being thrown out there by some of the Bucs fan base at this point.
So I just wish the fan base would grow up like other fan bases. So many other fan bases are like loyal. They stick with their team through good and bad, but it's just, just need to grow up. You just be happy that you're winning a division every year, making the playoffs every year. Todd Bowles been a head coach.
Thank you.
So trust the process. Plus, just like TJ Rives said, go away.
What do you mean?
God.
Hold on.
Go away. Yeah. I will hold the door.
That's his thing right there. There it is, right there. We love it. I had to get that soundbite, so there you go.
Yes. So I know that the Bucs play their best games against the Saints and division rivals. I know that like this week against the Saints, I know that they're not going to let them come in the house and win, especially all the bad blood that's been between the teams. And they hate each other, but I think the hungrier team will win, and that's the Tampa. And against Atlanta, remember, Atlanta beat them twice. Very close. Once overtime in Atlanta, and then it was very close to the last second at Tampa. Yep. That was a creamsicle game, and I know they definitely want to win a creamsicle game. So,
sure,
people need to just chill out and let everything play itself out. And I think one game at a time, and we'll be all right. One game at a time.
Love it. Good stuff.
Call.
Yeah, one more thing. I think they hit it out of the park, USF. Hiring the Ohio State offensive coordinator, that guy is going to take the team to the next level, okay? I don't know if he's going to say the 6-year contract, but before he leaves, USF will be a job that other head coaches want,
Correct. They will be. And once they get into a bigger conference, which, again, I fully expect here in the next couple of years, you have an on-campus stadium, you have more NIL money. I think that's going to be a destination, and I think eventually USF could be the best team in the state of Florida. Yes, I'm a Florida State fan, but I'm covering USF. I definitely think they're going in the right direction. Anytime you got Rob Higgins, anytime you got Derek Brooks, you make a hire like this, I'm sorry. I think you got to be excited about what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm excited about USF football, living in the Tampa Bay area. I'm a Florida State fan too because, but, I'm going to support my local teams also. So,
hell yeah.
And I'm really excited about football in the Tampa Bay area.
I am too.
Hopefully we can get a UFL franchise too.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll stick with USF and we'll stick with Tampa Bay for now. Abraham, appreciate the call. Use the second one. We got the media icon. TJ.
Good night, gentlemen.
Yes, good night, my friend. All right.
Good night, brother.
So Ed's calling in here. So we got 3 minutes. Ed, go ahead, my friend.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't get through.
Well, I know.
Anyways,
it's been busy.
That's because someone's been on the phone.
That's it. You know, they're on the
Someone's
phone.
already called in.
We don't have like multiple
Yeah,
phone
well, go
lines. All right, go Bucs.
Go Bucs, Harry.
Absolutely.
Go Bucs, Peter.
Go
Go,
Bucs.
go Bucks.
Yes, go Bucs.
Yeah, we can have worse fan base, and we can have worse media too. Because if you've ever watched the fan base in New York, they're probably the worst, especially their media. Their media is literally driving coaches out of town.
Literally driving them out of town, right? Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
Dayball. Yeah, I mean they definitely had some coaches driven out of town here, but you know when you're winning, and I get it. Again, the fan base wants more. You want to win Super Bowls. You can't win a Super Bowl every year. You don't want to be one and done. The Bucs did beat the Eagles a couple years ago. They forget about that. I get it. There is some frustration here because you finally do have a franchise quarterback, but again, you have to keep it in perspective of where this team is right now, especially with all the injuries. And people could sit here and say, well, there's other teams that are doing it. No, there's not. There's not other teams that are missing 3 and 4 of their wide receivers and still able to put up a productive offense and still have a winning record, division or not, okay? And they beat some good teams along the way. Just saying.
I think we're going to win this Sunday. I think we're going to win out, like Harry's saying. Harry's never wrong, so, you know.
But usually he's never wrong, but we don't like to say that to him because then he gets a big head and he starts patting himself on the back. But the Greek definitely
He's
is
got
always.
A big head anyway, so.
Well, he does have a big head. Look at his head; it's huge at this point. And I hope health-wise right now, he's doing well because we didn't get a chance to get his well wishes. But how are you doing, Harry? Are you good, my friend, with the health?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm going to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to Morton Plan Hospital. You don't have to make this full screen. I want to make it
full screen.
All right.
Give a shout out.
There was a particular registered nurse. I'm going to leave her nameless. My wife and I absolutely loved you. Let me tell you something. You know who you are, and you're going to get some really good picks today about 10 o'clock because I think my boy over here is forgetting that I'm supposed to give them out about 9:30. But you know what? Thank you for nursing me back to health. How am I doing other than that? I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm here supporting the sports web, and I'm here to give everybody these football picks. So if you bust my balls, you get. Oh, hold on, that's not even a nice thing to say because they're a little tender right now, if you know what I mean.
Well, there you go. He's got the biggest here. That'd be Harry the Greek besides yours truly. Ed, we appreciate the call. We'll definitely get some picks. Use the second call if you want to. We'll get Harry the Greek's picks here about 10 o'clock. I want to give you your own segment. I don't want to rush this, okay? Because
I don't want my own segment. I just want a little 2-3 minutes. I'll be giving out the picks. There's no over-unders. It's getting too busy. I'm having to answer way too many DMs. You know, if you followed the picks last week, you made a package. That's all I'm going to tell you. You made a package.
Yes, so, I did. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't worry. Cash App, baby. Let's go. I don't forget. Trust me.
Listen, we definitely need to put some cash down here for some picks. We need to start doing that if I can talk because I'm flabbergasted or whatever. Evening, Peter and crew. Great news with MK13, JMac practicing, and welcome Coach Hartline to USF. Absolutely. Go Bucks and go Bulls. All right, we're going to hold off on the calls. I know, Alex, you want to call in, but we're going to get TJ Rives on here, so I want to leave the phone calls open in case you do have a question for TJ or for us here. But absolutely, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
Yeah!
Go Bucs.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Oh, my God.
Fire the cannon.
You're just going to keep going, aren't you?
Every time they say go Bucs, I got to give it to them.
Why don't you just read the comments?
All right, let me read the comments. All right, what's up, fellow webheads? What's up with you? What's up, PB? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. There it is right there. Chris Cole, evening, everyone. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Somebody's asking me, what's hump day? Or we're in the middle of the week, okay? Stop. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're at the middle of the week here. Almost to the weekend. We love the sports web. Love you, man. Appreciate it. Let's go, Buccaneers Nation. Great news today, baby. The cavalry is coming. The cavalry is coming. Yes.
Wait up, little boy. Stop.
Yeah.
Wait up. We got the job, baby.
All right. I'll stop playing with my sound effects. Peter Blake feeling good tonight with the 50 cents reference right off the top. Yes, definitely feeling good. Appreciate it, man. Sign Bowles to a contract extension, says, oh, Canada. Mike DeRoche, I think he's being sarcastic, but they already did that, Mike. They did that in the offseason, him and Jason Light. Facts, Peter. There's been a lot of Bucs slander by Bucs fans these last few weeks. Where are they?
God, this room just got smarter.
You know what? I'm going to get you out of here, Harry, if you keep it up.
This room just got smarter. Thank God.
In the words of TJ Rives, the media icon, you better behave.
Why don't you just let me open the door and I'll let you out of it? I'll hold it for you, okay?
Actually, here's his intro here. If you don't know who we got coming on, it's the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of Buccaneers Radio Network.
Go away. Go away. I will hold the door.
There you go. Leave. It was supposed to...
TJ, how are you, my brother?
TJ Rives, what's going on?
Always good to be with you, and that's my intro now, telling people to go away. That's not the idea behind this.
I know.
You don't want people to go away from the show.
Listen, TJ, I try to talk him out of it. He just doesn't listen.
I'm going to figure out something else.
We got to come up with something. You just love that because I'm putting people in their place. I have to put people in their place.
Yes.
That after so many years of losing, it's like the Greek right now.
Yes.
The Greek doesn't want to hear about what the Bears might or might not do come late January in the postseason. You haven't sniffed the postseason in how many years, Greek, if you're a Chicago Bears fan?
7 years.
So if you're talking about, oh, we're going to get eliminated in the first round, the Greek's answer would be, go away. Just get to the playoffs. You haven't been in the playoffs at this point.
I don't even have to be number 1 seed. Just get us there.
Just get to the tournament.
The Bears are 1 year ahead of where they're supposed to be. It's great coaching, great offensive line, a running game that's second to none, and they're playing defense with smoke and mirrors right now with half the team on the injured reserve list, especially on defense.
How about the Bucs keep rolling? Peter keeps theorizing 12-5. 12-5 might get you like the 3 seed, maybe better. What if the Bears are the 2 seed and the Bucs are the 3 seed, Harry, Peter, and audience on the sports web? It could happen.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
It would be a ton of fun if that's the case. They've never met in the playoffs, by the way.
And by the way, I stand to be corrected. The Bears did play 5 years ago. It was a wild card game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't.
Is that the double doink game with?
2018 was a double doink.
That's great enough to suck right there.
And that was with one kicker by the name of Cody Parkey.
Yeah.
Cody Parkey.
Bears have been through like 17 kickers since then. The kicking carousel continues, but you didn't have me here to bemoan the coverage of the Bears or what might happen with the postseason. Buccaneers get a much-needed win, as we discussed Sunday night on your program right after the show. I will say again here to the Sports Web audience, I know we're preaching to the converted. You're already watching, all right? But Peter is hustling tremendously to get these post-game shows on, having to hook all of his own equipment up to be able to go live. This is not a 2-minute thing, folks. This is not even a 10-minute thing. I mean, Peter, you've got it down almost like a NASCAR pit crew to about a 15-minute thing, and it's amazing. It's amazing to look at all that has to be connected and hooked up to be able to go live and take calls and have the computer interaction and all the stuff that you're seeing. So bravo to you, and that's why I love jumping on.
Thank you.
When we can after the game, and you're going to be there Sunday after this game with the Saints, which is a large one.
Yeah, it's a large one. You're going to be there before, also at the tailgate. What the Bucs tailgate? I mean, Bucs fans, what other show is going to be at a Bucs tailgate live to talk to Bucs fans like you about the game, get you all, rallied up here, get you all excited about what's coming up there in the next couple hours. And then, of course, the 30 to 35 minutes. It takes me 30 to 35 minutes. If I had another person, it may take me 15 minutes. But you're right, TJ. You've seen this. I have to navigate. You bring the cart on the field. You're navigating either through CBS or Fox Sports. You're going through wires. And the most difficult thing, and I continue to tell people this, is to find a plug in the wall because you have this banner.
You got to have power.
That you have to lift up, and you can't lift it up because it's there. So I have to bring a pair of scissors to cut and find the plug. But once I find the plug, it's pretty much easy. Sometimes we have a couple.
It's amazing.
But thank you very much. Yeah, and that's what I've tried to bring to Bucs fans because there's nobody else that's doing it. There's not a radio station out there. There's not a TV station, but that is what the evolution of sports talk television is all about. We got great news today, TJ. It looks like the 21-day injury window has been opened up for Mike Evans and, of course, Jalen McMillen. I mean, your thoughts on this? Because all year long we've heard, well, Mike Evans, he may be out for the year. This may be the last time. Jalen McMillen, he may not necessarily come back, but Bucs fans have been waiting, media icon, for this to happen, to say Emeka Egbuka, Tez Johnson, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Jalen McMillen on the field together. Oh, my
wow.
goodness.
Well, and again, let's go one step at a time, because Evans is obviously off of a broken collarbone, and he's got to be able to take contact, that kind of thing. And this, Dave Moore was talking to me about this off the air, the Jalen McMillen neck injury, because Dave had to have neck surgery. And he's like, when you're talking about small fractures in your neck, this is a scary thing when they are laying that out for you, about going back out there and taking a hit and whiplash and the whole thing. So while we're excited for the possibility, let's take it slow. I mean, what this means is they're going to see what they look like with contact, but don't read into this that either one of them are necessarily, I'm saying this, that either one of them are necessarily playing against the Saints. Could one or both of them play against Atlanta? That's what it indicates to me. And definitely, you know what you want them for? December 21st at Carolina, in what's going to be a large game no matter what. That game's going to matter no matter what. That's the reason why you've activated this window. Can either one of them help you in 2 weeks for Carolina, and maybe as a bonus, help you on Thursday nights, 8 days from now, as we do this live on Wednesday night against the Atlanta Falcons? So that is very encouraging. And how much different, let me kick it back to you guys, kick it back to the audience. How much different did it look with Bucky Irving and the explosiveness? We almost forgotten over the course of 7 games to not have that explosive element at running back, and what a difference it can make. Right, guys? Thoughts?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, and Harry, you've talked about this. This offense is different. It's Bucky Irving is dynamic. Say whatever you want to. Maybe he's not necessarily a 3-down back, but he brings juice to this offense. And when you can get him out in space, and you saw a little bit of that on Sunday versus the Cardinals, I mean, things are happening. Good things are happening for this offense when Bucky Irving has the ball, right, Harry?
Yeah, he definitely adds a different dimension to this offense. I mean, he I used to say he wasn't a 3-down back. I still don't believe he's a 3-down back, but they're going to utilize him as a 3-down back because he has shown the capability of being a 3-down back. He's just in a different dimension. He hits the hole hard. He can make you miss. He can drag you along with him, and he's just a little guy. It's just unbelievable what he can actually do in the football field. But yes, this team is totally different with him behind center.
Yeah, and he played what, Peter, we established, I think he played like 32 plays.
Yeah.
Might play a few more in this game with the Saints.
Yeah.
And again, he opens up opportunities for other people because he is such a threat, especially if they throw him the ball a little bit out of the backfield. So you're excited for that. Chris Godwin was back, and Chris Godwin looked more like Chris Godwin in that game. So the Bucs getting healthier. Let's see if it continues for this game with the Saints. And I know there's genuine concern that New Orleans played Miami tough. Obviously, since we've seen them in the Superdome, Tyler Shuck won the game in Carolina. Have we figured out yet how they beat Carolina at Carolina back 3 weeks ago? But they did. So I guess this is the reminder. You better be on point on Sunday, right?
Yeah, you got to be on point. You got to come out, and you definitely, I think you got to have a fast start to it. It would be nice to have a fast start. I think a lot of fans would. They don't like the ugly win, but a win is a win. And like you said, never apologize for a win. But I think there's a fan base out there that wants to see them just handle New Orleans, and it's tough. It's always tough. Remember,
maybe you're about to see that in this game. Maybe they put it all together in this game, and they've had a couple of those games the last couple of years because they went to I'm propping you again, Harry. They went out to LA against the Chargers, and you called it. They didn't just win that game. They hammered
They
the
beat
Chargers.
the brakes off that team.
Yes. All right. So you go back to 2 years ago near the end of the year where they were playing Jacksonville at home. And I know Jacksonville was damaged and starting to slide under Doug Peterson, but they hammered the Jaguars in that game.
Yep.
Is this maybe a game? We'll take a win by 1 point. All right. Well, I want them to win by as many as possible. We'll take a win by a point. But is this a game where maybe they put some distance between themselves and the Saints? You were on the verge of that at 17-3 in the third quarter last week, but you just did not do the right things defensively and did not extend the lead beyond the 17-3 that it was. So let's see if they take advantage of that and maybe force New Orleans into a couple of turnovers that turns this into a 3-score game, something like that. That's what you would want. Best case scenario on Sunday.
Absolutely. So if you have a question for the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneers Radio Network, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Yours truly, along with Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. It's the Sports Web on a happy hump day. This is what Baker Mayfield had to say. Well, ask for phone calls, give phone calls. Let's go out to it. Alex, you got a question for the media icon. Go ahead, my friend.
Well, I have more of a comment, but
okay.
You guys were talking about getting some key guys back.
Correct.
I do agree. Getting Mike Evans back alone will set the table up for so much more. Think about how most defenses have to either play double coverage on him because he's so, because it's Mike Evans. Mike Evans makes those explosive plays.
Right.
Also, don't forget that Mike Evans, I'm pretty sure, and Mr. Media Icon himself can probably correct me, but I'm pretty sure Mike Evans would probably lead the league if he played a full season in most wide receiver drawn penalties because he does a pretty damn good job at that. So just having Mike Evans back alone, my God, it would open up this offensive playbook so much
Good
more.
comment. I like the comment. Let's hope that it happens.
Appreciate the call.
As he is pointing out, too, you're talking about different weapons and what they can bring. Evans with the catch radius and the long arms and that kind of thing. And you really haven't had it this season. He basically has played 2 full games and parts of 2 other games at this point, getting hurt in the Monday night game back in October against the Lions. So I know he is hungry. He wants to win. He knows this is an opportunity to help this team win and maybe contend in the playoffs. So let's just take it one step at a time over the course of the next 3 or 4 weeks. Let's just see how effective he can be. And he's a big time threat to the opposing defense, like what Alex was saying. And teams have to game plan for that for sure.
TJ, he does. I don't believe he has to play this week. I honestly think they should just.
I'm just saying this.
I wouldn't let him play.
They don't consult me. All right. Again, I don't have coffee and donuts with Jason Light and the Glazers, as Peter loves when I say that. They don't consult me. But I would be shocked.
You don't have crumpets and tea?
No, we do not.
Sure.
I would be shocked if he's not playing this week. I think this is more about let him have contact in practice and see what it looks like. And maybe, I'll say a second time, maybe the short week Thursday night game with Atlanta. That's why they've opened up the 21-day window for he and McMillen. And again, we should say under the injured reserve rules, this is the time frame where you have to activate them. You're letting them practice, or they stay on injured reserve for the rest of the year in the postseason. That's how it works. So obviously they believe both of these guys are close, or they would not have activated their 21-day windows to be able to help them. And I believe, again, just putting this all together, this is more about the game at Carolina in Charlotte. Let them gear up for a couple of weeks of practice, see how they look. And maybe it's the Thursday night game for one or both of them to play a handful of plays and get out there. Again, for Chris Godwin in the game in L.A., he was out there for some of the plays in L.A., and he was out there much more in game 2.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. Ed, you got a question for the media icon. Go, my friend.
I don't have a question. I have a
comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll tell you what, social media is so silly. So hold on a second.
Okay.
Did he disappear?
I didn't want to hear the alarm going off.
All right.
Work. So anyway,
go ahead. He's at work.
Social media is so silly. So I made a post on a Buccaneer group about Mike Evans coming back. He's being allowed to practice. And about 5 minutes later, somebody posted that Mike Evans announced his retirement.
Yeah. The internet at this point is an out of control, almost preschool classroom with all of the different stuff. I mean, you've got people in your comments.
I have to agree.
You got people in your comments that are repeating things that are totally fabricated and made up. By the way, Harry, did you see this? the Pro Football Hall of Fame got duped by one of these moronic chuckleheads just looking for clicks and attention that had put out on social media on Saturday that Lem Barney, the legendary defensive back of the Detroit Lions, one of the first great black players in the integrated National Football League, had died. And the Pro Football Hall of Fame bought it and recirculated it. And then NFL.com wrote a story off of how the Pro Football Hall of Fame was verifying it. None of it's true because the Detroit newspaper, the Detroit Free Press, found Lem Barney's daughter who said, "What are you talking about? He's alive with me right here in the house." So these death hoaxes and all the other stuff you're seeing on the internet right now is like a preschool room at a daycare right now.
You know what they say, you know what they say, TJ. There is no such thing as bad press.
What about the death stuff?
That's just horrible.
That is only topped by. You'll love this story, Peter, in the audience. You love the nostalgia.
Yes.
This goes back about 30 years ago, late 90s. Internet infancy. Social media doesn't exist, but somehow the death hoax got out about Joe DiMaggio, the Joe DiMaggio of the New York Yankees. Harry, you know this story about DiMaggio?
No.
So the Yankee Clipper, as he's known, Hall of Famer, one of the great New York Yankees, was married to Marilyn Monroe back in the day, won world championships, won the league MVP, the 56-game hitting streak. So Joe D is in South Florida, is in his 80s, and one night the media hoax got to NBC, the NBC television network, and they are running a crawl on the bottom of the screen. New York Yankees legend Joe DiMaggio has passed away at age 87. They're running it on the screen.
You're kidding.
Joe DiMaggio is watching whatever the program is, and he now looks at the caretaker that's at his house, that's staying with him to make sure that he's okay, that lives with him, his live-in caretaker, and says, "Are we alive?" He literally says this, "Are we alive? Are we in heaven watching this?" And the caretaker says, "Joe, we are absolutely alive. Somebody's pulling a prank on NBC." And he calls somebody who calls somebody, and NBC had to issue this massive apology that they said Joe DiMaggio's dead and Joe DiMaggio's watching the crawl on the bottom of the screen. That actually happened in the late 90s.
Oh,
this is where we are now.
Yes. All right. Let's go out to the phone lines here. Abraham will be the last call for the night for the media icon, and we'll get him out of here.
I got two questions for you. I love your statement. Go away. I'll hold the door for you. I got to commend you for that because I saw that on Joe Bucs fan. But
because again, the preface, Abraham, real quick,
analysis of how the team will do the next two games against division rivals.
All right.
And I mean, I like to break into another question, but you go.
Give me a second question. Division rivals and what else? We'll get to the other question. What's the other?
I like this. TJ's now becoming a prognosticator.
What are the Joel Glazer's plans about renovating the stadium? Because I hear a lot of news about it, but nothing concrete.
All right, interesting. All right, so the first thing is just get the preface right. The preface was if you're rooting for the team to lose, for the better draft pick, or because you want the coach fired, go away, because the rest of us want to enjoy the run down the stretch of the season and the postseason, the playoffs. That's so as long as you got the full thing. He's asking about these next two games. They're enormous because they're at home. They're division games. Division record could come into play if there's a tiebreaker with Carolina. I know Harry's very concerned about Carolina, maybe more than I am. I may be coming more on board with you, but a division tiebreaker may matter if you split, for example, with Carolina. All right, I don't want them to lose, but if you lose one of the games to Carolina, the division NFC South tiebreaker would be used to maybe break a tie on who wins the division, makes the playoffs, and gets the home game. So they're obviously massive. In terms of the stadium renovations, I don't know. I haven't heard a whole lot about that. They have done a bunch of upgrades over the last 3 or 4 years with the sound system, the video boards, the club seating, etc. It is still a fantastic facility 30 years later. Tremendous to be in and around the game, and let's have everybody fill it up and be loud and be proud.
All right,
last question. Anything
here.
else?
Yes,
you got any
David
commenters? You got anything else? What are the commenters saying?
David says, TJ, if you were the head coach, what would you do to fix our defensive problems?
I think you got to play more aggressively if you're asking me. They seem to play a lot of soft coverage right now with the lead, and that's not working. I mean, teams have now figured it out, copycat league, that the deep in route, the deep post, the deep curl and sit down in the zone, that's there anytime you want it. So maybe play a little more aggressively, not just with the blitz, but with man-to-man coverage. I mean, we go back to the game Sunday with the Cardinals. I know the point I was going to make with Alex was with what he was saying. With Mike Evans and the threat that he is and drawing double teams. The Cardinals were playing that whole game. Harry, back me up on the coach's tape. The Cardinals were playing that whole game with 8 or 9 guys up by the line of scrimmage, daring the Buccaneers, saying to the Buccaneers, throw it over the top of us, throw it down the field, protect Baker Mayfield quickly and throw it down the field. So that's the same. You don't have to go maybe to that extent where you're up on the line of scrimmage, 8 or 9 guys the whole game. But for a lot more of this, put the pressure on Tyler Shuck on Sunday specifically with some more guys up on the line of scrimmage, chucking receivers and playing tougher coverage some of the time. Because we see right now where the softer coverage is not getting it done in the scheme of the defense. If you're asking me, let's see if they play a little more aggressively on defense this week against the Saints. There you go.
Love it. And then Brian Hartline, new coach of the USF Bulls. Is this a grand
You want me to put the Bulls hat on here? I always have a hat standing by for all of these occasions.
Yes.
I like the hire. I didn't hear your comments and Harry, your comments, and I know the fans, etc. They did well with this. Hartline was under consideration for other jobs, including maybe Penn State. Did you go over the background of Hartline in their wide receiver room? Do you want to do that again?
Mecca Ibuka, Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith and Jigba, Terry McLaurin.
Right.
They're all out of the Ohio State receiving room. And this kid, Jeremiah Smith, that's coming next, outstanding. Again, Hartline will probably bring a player or two with him, you would think. Recruit or transfer portal. Does Byram Brown stick around as the quarterback? That remains to be seen. But USF, solid hire by Rob Higgins and Derek Brooks. I like the hire. We said on your show Sunday night on the Sports Web, post-game from Raymond James Stadium, these guys are not fooling around. That is a not fooling around hire by the Bulls with Brian Hartline. I think you're gonna see that here with the recruits and right off the bat in season number 1. So
it's definitely a good hire, TJ.
It's a good hire, and I think it could be an improvement over. I loved Alex Golish in the process, but there were times where questionable decision making, especially on 4th down, not taking points, not necessarily having the team right. I think he's a part of that Ohio State, coaching background. I think he'll be able to have this team ready to go.
He's been recruiting Florida a bunch too. Hartline,
correct.
The state of Florida, that helps.
That is the way you win the state of Florida. And I put this out there when that hire was made just a segment ago. USF, in my opinion, has an opportunity to not only be a decent but good program. They have an opportunity to be the best program in the state of Florida with joining a bigger conference, with getting an on-campus stadium, with having all the NIL money at this point, and with Rob Higgins and Derek Brooks behind that. I'm sold. I met both of them last Saturday night. Impressive, man. Impressive.
All right.
That's a tall hill to climb with Miami, Florida, and FSU.
Let me say this. For Florida State, they're a disaster. And Mike Norvell does not have high school relationships and high school recruits. And this is why the Seminole fans are going out of their mind that they can't get rid of him because of the payout, the buyout. So I understand that, the Gators are going to get the pick of the litter on recruits. I get that. But Florida had a terrible season and USF beat them head to head. It's not so far-fetched to say that USF can compete on the field and on the recruiting trail because Florida and Florida State have looked like crapola this year. That's the truth. That's the absolute. And by the way, UCF looked like crapola too this season to the argument. So stay tuned on what the Bulls can do or not. Let's see what the Bucs can do as well on Sunday. Peter, I look forward to being there with you. Greek, I know you're hanging in there with the Bears and the whole bit. Did you commemorate the anniversary a couple of nights ago of the 40 years ago Monday night win by the Miami Dolphins, the only loss the Bears suffered in 1985 Monday night against Marino and the Dolphins
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
But you know what?
TJ.
That was one of the greatest regular season games in the history of the NFL. It still goes down and resonates 40 years later on what happened that night.
They had no Jim McMahon in that game. And Steve Fuller and Mike Tomczak tried their best to go ahead and come back in that game. I'll tell you what, that game is what propelled that team to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. They didn't lose after that, by the way.
They wanted Miami for the Super Bowl. They did not. You see, a lot of people don't remember that it was the Mud Bowl. New England went down to Miami to play Miami in the AFC Championship game, and I think New England beat them like 6-3. I mean, you couldn't do anything. It was just like a dogfight out there.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a rain, muddy Orange Bowl field, and New England with Craig James and company beat them and upset them. New England became at that time the first team ever to win 3 consecutive games as the wild card team all on the road.
Very, very, very good memory.
And then the Bears just pummeled them in the Super Bowl.
And I got to tell you, it was the only time that I have ever heard a team that's going to the Super Bowl waiting for the next game to come on, and they're interviewing them. They're going, well, who do you want to face? And every one of the players were, Miami, please. Come on, Miami. You never, because you always hear politically correct.
Right.
They're both really good teams. No, they were like, Miami, please.
It was electric, Peter, that night in the Orange Bowl. I remember as a young TJ watching that game on Monday Night Football, even a young Greek watching that game in the Orange Bowl, and that's the only thing that kept the Bears from an unbeaten season. They rolled after that, including the 3 playoff games. So the 40th anniversary was December 2nd, was yesterday. How about that? That Monday night game. Go back and YouTube that one up. All right, let's get this 3-game win streak rolling here with game 3.
Yes.
The Cannons against the Saints.
Yes.
It's always good if the Bucs win and the Saints lose, especially when it's in the same building. Let's have that happen again on Sunday. And see if we're not talking Sunday late afternoon about a team that's 8-5 and looking good headed to Thursday Night Football when we put all the orange back on.
Absolutely. Right? There you go. That's TJ Rives, the media icon, 98 Rock. Promote yourself here. Nothing But Bucs podcast. Do it, my friend.
Check out the Nothing But Bucs podcast, Buccaneers mobile app, wherever you get podcasts. We'll be on the air at noon on 98 Rock and the Buccaneers stations. Buccaneers mobile app again. If you're outside the market, I know you got a lot of viewers that watch you all over the place. Outside of the market, hear it not only on the Buccaneers mobile app or Buccaneers.com, hear it on SiriusXM, on NFL Plus. Gene, Dave, and I calling the game. And let's talk about the Buccaneers beating the New Orleans Saints to get to 8-5. And then everything opens up for the playoffs. Meaningful football in December. For so many years, the Bucs were awful, and we were talking about fire the coach and the draft pick and whatever in December. Not the case under these 2020 Buccaneers. What did you tell me the other night? From week 13 and beyond since 2020, starting with Tom Brady, week 13 and beyond, the record is now what?
23-6. Yeah.
Week 13 and beyond in the regular season.
Buccaneers.
Harry, what is that? What is that clip? That's about a 75% clip ish.
About 75% clip. I still say fire Todd. Fire Todd. Get on that soapbox.
Right. You went 6-1 to end the year last year. You went 5-1 to end the year 2 years ago.
You understand, after a 12-game span, this year they actually had a 1-game better record than they did last year because they were 6-6.
Yes.
And more
advantage of it.
Yep. All right.
Take advantage of it. All right. Let's see what happens Sunday. Great to be with you guys. Keep rocking on the sports web. I look forward to hanging out with you after a victory on Sunday on the postgame show.
Yes, and here you go. Victory! TJ Rives, the media icon. Thank you very much for coming on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a happy hump day, my friend. All right.
TJ,
good
much
to be with
love,
you, boys.
brother. Much love.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Good stuff there from TJ Rives. Great stuff, as always. I mean, I try to get as many questions as possible. And we're going to make that. We're going to continue to make that a segment for Bucs fans. Get in, ask the question, ask what he thinks, because you're tired of hearing what I have to say, or you're tired of what the Greek has to say. I know the Greek wants to get to his picks. Let's get to this phone call, and then we'll get to those picks. Let's go out to this guy.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Jim from Ohio. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. Go, my friend.
What's up, guys? Man, I was going to do that good, bad, and ugly for hair or for.
Well, do the good, bad,
TJ.
do the good, bad, and ugly for us. Let's hear the good, bad, and ugly, Jim.
All right, let's go. Here I go. I'm ready. Hold on, give me a
And
second.
get some
I did
music.
homework.
Everybody's got segments now. You got Jim, good, bad, and ugly. We got Joe Sway with the critical segment, I guess. And then I got Brightside Broadway who wants to have his own segments. Everybody wants to have a segment here on the Sports Wall. We got plenty of time. So go ahead. Good, bad, and ugly,
All
my
right,
friend.
and don't forget, Damn it, Jim started all this.
Damn it, Jim. That's right.
Mike,
Damn it, Jim.
Mike Evans coming back. Good. We always start out with the good. Mike Evans coming back, and then
Jalen McMillen.
Yeah, Jalen McMillen. I was gonna save that, but I put that in there. And then let's see. Not to leave my defense out.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
Jamel Dean with 8 solo tackles.
Yeah.
Vita VA got a sack.
Yeah.
Tristan
Wirfs caught a touchdown as a tight end. How about that?
Tristan Wirfs. Yep. Sorry, see, you stealing my. I was coming with that. You stealing my flavor. But
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All
Tristan
right.
Wirfs got a touchdown. His first touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And we beat the Cardinals.
Right.
We beat the Cardinals 20-17 last week.
Correct.
And let's not cry about wins. All right, let's go to bad.
Yeah, man.
For the bad, I'm gonna pick on the Giants. Let's start with their kicker, Olenek.
Young Wei Koo, yes.
Young Wei Koo.
Yes, Young Wei.
Kicking the turf. A lot of people said that's first time in history they ever seen that.
Yes.
And that's crazy work. And at least we're not them. To these fans that want to fire Doug Bowles, at least we in our organization ain't the Giants right now.
That's true. There you go. You could always be the Giants. There you go.
Yep.
A god-awful franchise right now, yes.
Yep. And then also their quarterback, what's his quarterback's name for the Giants?
Jameis Winston.
No.
Jackson
Dart.
Yes.
Yeah, Jackson Dalton running down the field, not getting out of balance. That's definitely not Baker Mayfield. Starting to fight with the other team because, his offensive line, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You hit my quarterback, but it was his fault. He didn't get out of balance. He got a legal hit on him.
No. He got out of bounds. It just wasn't the way he wanted to get out of bounds.
Right.
Well, you need to get out of bounds a little quicker. You seen somebody coming down. I guess he didn't. I did not have seen him, but
Let me tell you something, man. He couldn't have seen him coming. Who the hell wants to take a shot like that? When he got back up, his helmet was sideways. He was looking out his damn ear hole.
You got to get out of bounds, man. You're a quarterback. You know somebody coming for your head. All right, let me get this
ugly
last couple in the ugly.
Give us the ugly.
Gunnar Olenek. What's his last name?
Who?
Getting hit.
Who?
Gunnar Ozempic, or I don't know how to say his last name.
Ozempic?
That ain't it, but it's old.
Puff,
anyway,
pass.
he's running a kickback, and it was a bang play, and then they hit him so hard that they knocked the end off of the New York. And he was down for a second. He got up.
Bro, you got to pass that pipe, bro.
He's good, man.
I love this guy.
He's getting the segment in there. All right, so that was the ugly. That was the ugliest thing you saw.
Yeah, they knocked that end off his helmet. I was making sure he wouldn't make sure he keeps his brain together. And then also, Aaron Rodgers got smacked by what's the defensive lineman name? What's the big defensive lineman on they played the. Hold on 1 second.
Well, Jim.
And this segment's brought to you by True Leaf. For all your medical marijuana needs, go to True Leaf.
They played the Buffalo Bills.
Who is the defensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills at this? I can't even think.
Let me think, man.
Shut up, Harry. Be quiet. You're not helping the situation. All right, Jim. We appreciate
all right,
this.
man. And he got his nose tore up. So.
All right. Yes, he does.
All right.
All right, we got to go out to this guy really quick.
His name is Cam Hayward. Thank you, King Cook.
There you go, Cam Haywood. Let's go out to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams.
Good afternoon.
God.
Once
I knew I was sponsoring something from True Leaf. Here comes Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, how the hell are you, sir?
Still waiting for wings. How are you doing health-wise, Mr. Williams?
I got no wangs for you today, man. No wangs.
Hey, man, I'm strong and
strong, huh?
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to you and your Chicago Bears.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you, brother.
But though, now let's get to my Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yes, get to them.
Yes, sir.
All right, now Todd Bowles, he got to tighten up on the coverage.
Okay.
Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Are they killing us?
Well, are they really killing us? I mean, that team was averaging.
Let him finish. I got to hear his take on this.
All right, let's hear it.
And this take on my True Leaf.
All of these windows that we're having with our corners is too open.
You're right. Sometimes, yes, definitely.
And he needs to tighten up his belt. Because it's teams that we played that I know we can beat. Like, we went to Buffalo and they killed us.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
We're going to get to this point, I promise.
And then we went to the Rams.
Yes.
They killed us. Matthew Stafford, man, come on.
Yeah, he's playing like a Pro Bowl. He's playing not only like a Pro Bowl,
like an MVP.
MVP. Yeah, definitely.
And then he looked like a college quarterback when he went to Carolina.
I take my hat off to my defensive line, man. I take my hat off to my defensive lineman. But though, Todd Bowles, we are leaving the center of our field is too open.
Mm-hmm.
And stop blitzing everybody. He's sending the whole mafia after the quarterback. And they're killing us bad. And they're killing us bad, and that shouldn't go down like that, man. Yeah, but I hope we do get night night because we need it.
The mafia is coming for the Bucs quarterback. So you said, or are they from New York or New Jersey?
No, man. I'm telling you, man, we sending everybody off the ship at the quarterbacks, man, and they killing us.
Got to make them walk the plank, Mr. Williams.
Carolina is coming in through the window.
Okay. All right,
Mr. And they fighting hard, bro. They fighting hard.
Carolina's coming through the window like they are crossing the border from Mexico into Texas.
To the wall.
Yeah.
Peter, don't go there, man. Do not go there.
Now one of y'all cannot say that y'all expected Carolina to be where they at. Because I know I did.
So the sweat drop. Never mind.
Get low, says Little John.
Yes. Yeah, man. I never expected Carolina to be over the same. I did not.
Peter, stop. You're losing.
Okay.
All right,
Mr. Williams, we appreciate the call, buddy. That was really good insight. That segment was brought to you by True Leaf. For all your medical marijuana needs, there's True Leaf.
Hey, man.
And Mr. Williams, I got your wings the next time I see you, brother.
For the love of God, get that man his wings. All right, Mr. Williams, appreciate the call.
Take care. Much love, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, coming off the.
Who's the next victim? Or do you want to go? You want to go ahead and do some picks?
We got some callers tonight, man. We really do. All right,
yeah, you have some callers.
I'll go and read the comments in just a moment. Let's get some picks done here really quick. All right, and then we'll
go ahead and get.
Oh, you want to read the comments? All right, let's.
No, I'd rather read picks right now.
You want to read picks or comment because it could be some really good comments here. I think you got really. Ed, I'm going to hold off on the calls right now. Let's hold off on the calls right now. We'll do that because we're going to get some picks. So you guys are stand by here. All right, let's read the comments here.
We have story time when TJ comes on. It's story time with TJ.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time to have pick time with Harry the Greek.
Pick time with Harry.
Blake.
Yes.
Pick time with Harry.
Peter bringing the fire tonight on the GOAT of the sports shows, the sports web. Appreciate you, KR. The big board there from Canada. It's not just Mike D. Roche tonight. It's Canada. Andrew Fullbear, the big board right there. What's good? Peter, thanks a lot for tuning in. In the house, Steve Swanson, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor, again, Harry the Greek for president. Carl Hardy, we are getting everyone back at the perfect time. We could roll right into the playoffs on fire. Go Bucs, go Bucs. We'll just play that because I want to continue to read comments. That was a great hire by USF. Heartline can definitely recruit, and that's a key. It's an early Christmas present for us Bucs and USF fans, absolutely. David says, I did say McMillen might not come back this year, and all I said on Mike was if he didn't come back, he had that right. I didn't say you, David. I said there were some fans. It doesn't mean you. Such a great hire by the Bulls. Agree with that.
David.
Sit and go Bucs, absolutely.
Fire the cannon!
Let's go out to King Cook here. Ed, we will hold off on the calls right now. I appreciate you calling for the third time. Players aren't rushing back if they're not medically cleared, so let's stop with the pessimism. Folks, damn, players play if they can go, period. Exactly. Let the truth set you free. That's the last thing I want to do is go back to Gruden. That is laughable, says King Cook, 1485. It's become a very very prominent webhead here on YouTube. Appreciate that, my friend. Facts haters going to hate. This is just hate on us because we are consistently winning now. Laugh out loud. Retrograde 651. We will win the division. Take it to the bank. Absolutely. I think every team has eternal haters at this point. Yeah, players aren't rushing back. They're not medically cleared. So let's stop the pessimism. Absolutely correct. Joy says, go Bucs, go Bucs. Hey, Peter, what's going on bright side? Hey, Harry. David says, I'm just tired of seeing 3rd and 18 and us giving up the 19-yard the third down play. We're playing a soft zone with their corners off the ball. If that would change, I really wouldn't have nothing to gripe about. But I've been griping about this for the last 4 years. Even JP Scott Reynolds was talking about that on the JP Peterson show, which will join us on the post-game edition collaboration with on the evolution of sports talk television. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. Go Bulls, says Teresa Neptune. Absolutely. Let's go out to Chris Cole. Bulls chewed the defense out before the final drive, and the Cardinals went 3 and out. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Absolutely.
Fire the cannon!
Let's go out to Alex here. We can speak facts, or we get called bad Bucs fans. You can speak facts. Stop saying that. You can speak facts on this show. We allow you to say whatever you want to on the show within reason. I think USF just struck gold with the new head coach. Nick right there says bear down. Joy, hello.
What's up, Nick?
Joe Sway. Magic just lost to the Spurs by 2. That's disappointing. Close game. Thank you, Joy, for tuning in. David says, Alex Nunster, trust me, I know. Love Bulls. Think he's been great, especially with injuries, but the defense alone needs to be better. It isn't because of injuries. Sun Devil Dave, hold off. We'll get out to you in just a moment. I want to get Harry's picks. Everyone will say just win a crappy division. If we were in a different division, we'd be butt cheeks. David says, so we're going to go off a coach, what he did a few years ago. What does the NFL stand for? Not for long. Alex says, so glad you're doing better, Harry Berg. Joy Nolan says, I'm a USF girl. Very cool. Laugh my ass off. Okay, he's having a good time there. Stay strong, Greek. Nick says, feel better, Harry. Trooper for being on. Parrish says, go Bucs. Go Bucs. Absolutely.
Fire the cannon!
Mike says, we dodged the Lane Kiffin bullets. There was talk today that Florida State in stealth mode tried to go after him, and when they struck out, that's the reason why they gave Norvell the vote of confidence, if you will, for another year. And if we're going to get off what somebody did a few years ago, then we need to re-sign Devin White. Come on now. Sun Devil Dave, Bears played the Saints in the 2020 wild card. LFG Bucs, absolutely. Broadway says, hey, TJ. Alex, yeah, I'll pass on Devin White. I agree. The GOAT, Mr. Rives, absolutely. Joy says, I hope Bucs win Sunday. David says, Alex Nunster, yeah, it was just a joke. I may bid $10 on the game. There you go. Teresa says, how many sacks did Hassan Reddick have last Sunday? He didn't have any sacks, but he was some type of impact there. He did show up to a certain degree. Definitely need more out of him. I agree with that. Peter, you should try and go through the parking lot B. There's bay doors down there, and that's where the deep freezer are. They shouldn't be hardly any wires. I don't think that will work out, David, but I appreciate the comment there. All the talent there, only one ball. Take your pick. Baker, ha, ha, ha. Mike D. Roche. R.I.P. Purse for Baker's mom passing away. Yes, Baker's mom did pass away. That's a terrible. That really did happen. Baker's mom did pass away, correct?
I can't confirm or deny. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check this right now because I thought that was a true story, but let's see here. I did not see that. I did not see that as official. Okay, we already asked that question. What about Cansey? What's his time frame? We don't know yet. TJ for president. Mike D. Roche with Evans practicing now as a collarbone healed. Mr. Williams, go Tampa Bay for life. I think that's what TJ was talking about, that erroneous story about Baker Mayfield and his mom. She's still alive. Yeah, she's still alive. Hey, everyone, says Adam. Cam Haywood, man. Thank you, King Cook. The dude is funny. I love this guy. Alex, this is the best segment in sports web history. Go, Jim. You'll love Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Parrish right there. Absolutely real. Berg native. Saints will be motivated to shut Jason Light up. They may. Joey Bosa hit Aaron Rodgers. Laugh out loud. Yes. The skull there. Peter H. Blake, Harry Berg. Wild as hell. You got the headsets off and all. Yeah, we were just cracking up there. Harry having a good laugh at the end of the day. Right before bed is always a good thing. Damn it, Jim. Gunnar Ozawitzki. Now say that last name. I don't want to say the last name. Bella Bell. Is it true that the lowest paid coach in the NFL? Because if that's the truth, maybe that's why it seems like he doesn't get enough. He's not energetic enough. I don't know if he's the lowest paid coach, but he was energetic on this.
It's exciting!
He was energetic on this.
We got the job, baby!
He was energetic on this.
Yeah!
And if you watched him on the sideline the other day chewing out his defense, it's just, again, what the cameras show you and what the cameras don't. Just because they don't show, or they do show a coach being emotional, doesn't mean he's a better coach than the other guy. He just goes about it in a different manner. That's what it comes down to. Let's go out to King Cook. Isn't the Bucs defense top 10 in takeaways? I believe that is correct. Why do we never talk about the Magic? We do talk about the Magic. I don't know. We haven't talked about the Magic. We definitely need to get some Magic talk, but we talked about him here with Joe Sway. I want to go out to the phone calls here, but I want to get your picks really quick, and then we'll get you out of here, man. I appreciate your time and your patience as always.
Not a problem. You know what, Peter? We can actually start with a college game.
Okay.
Texas Tech's -11 versus BYU. Trust the segment. Take Texas Tech in this game in college. Georgia -1 versus Alabama. I think Georgia's going to do it this time. I like Georgia -1. My best college game is coming up this Saturday. Ohio State versus Indiana. I'm sorry. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. I don't like Indiana. I think Ohio State wins by at least 2 touchdowns in this game.
Wow.
It's a gimme game. It's one of my favorite games of the week. Take Ohio State -3. As far as football is concerned in the National Football League, Dallas at Detroit. Both of these teams are in a must-win situation. Is Dallas for real with this resurgence and what's happening on their defense, and that offense can continue to score points? All I know is this. Detroit's -3 at home, -105. That means if you wait long enough, you'll get Detroit at -2.5. I love Detroit in this game. The total's 54. It could be 64. It's still going to go over. Play the over in that game. I don't know which one I like more, -3 for Detroit or over under 54. Take them both. I like Detroit -3 and over 54. Pittsburgh's at Baltimore. Interesting game. Very interesting game. I say the first place Baltimore Ravens, who, by the way, 6 weeks ago was sitting in the cellar. The Greek told you they would be in first place at about this time. Take Baltimore at home -5. I think they roll over Pittsburgh. They're done. Pittsburgh will end up with a losing season for the first time in many, many, many years. New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are -9 at home against New Orleans. Total's 42.5 points. That's a lot of points, Bucs fans. I'm really, really, really sorry. Stay away from this game because you know that New Orleans always plays them. Tampa still wins, but play over 42.5. Tampa scores 30 points on their own. Washington at Minnesota. Who the hell cares?
And
Minnesota's -2 at home. I have no idea. All I know is I liked Washington last week to go ahead and cover the points, and they did. I couldn't tell you who's going to win in this game if I tried. Buffalo's hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Why is Buffalo only -5? I'm going to tell you why. It's because of one Mr. Joe Burrow. Take the Cincinnati Bengals on the money line on the road to upset the Buffalo Bills. Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Wow. How tables have turned. Indianapolis was supposed to go to the Super Bowl because last time I checked, teams didn't win in November. Wait a minute. They haven't won in November. Still don't like Indianapolis. Take Jacksonville at home, getting the points. Tennessee's at Cleveland. Could they come up with a better game? How can Cleveland be favored from anybody? And they're 4-point favorites. But get this, the over and under is 34. Don't touch either one of those two bets. This game is horrible. Horrible. This could be a 6-0 ball game, but I couldn't play it. Seattle's at Atlanta. Seattle's -7 on the road at Atlanta. You ready? Take Atlanta on the money line at home. They're +300. They will beat Seattle in this game. Miami at New York Jets. Miami's -2.5 on the road. Don't like it. Denver at the Vegas Raiders. -7.5 for Denver. Still don't like it. Chicago at Green Bay. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Does Chicago show their dominance like they did last week? Is Green Bay ready for this rushing attack? I don't know. I have no clue in this game, I'll be honest with you. I'd love to give you the Bears. I can't do it. Stay away from the game, but I will tell you this. Play the over 44.5 because I think Chicago scores 24 to 28 points. The Rams are at Arizona at a late game on Sunday. The Rams are -7.5. I think they're going to get back to normal, and I do like the Rams -7.5. Houston at Kansas City. Very interesting game. Kansas City is at home fighting for their playoff lives. -3. Houston's probably got the best defense in all of football. Totals 42 points. I can tell you this much. Play under in this game. I don't know who's winning, could care less, but play under in this game. Philadelphia at the Chargers. How can Philadelphia, after that showing at home against the Chicago Bears, be a 3-point favorite at the Chargers on Monday Night Football? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my third best play of the week. Take the Chargers at home on the money line. Don't even have to use the points. I think Philadelphia loses their second game in a row. Peter, I appreciate you having me on. I'm a little bit under the weather. Had a little procedure done yesterday. Not really feeling so hot. But then again, hey, look, you gave me my 2 minutes of fame as usual. I love it. And as I always say, keep your bets low and your returns high. I'm Harry the Greek. Much love, everybody, and you take care.
All right, there you go. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Thanks a lot for the time, and we'll see you this weekend, my friend. Get better. Right?
Hold on. I got to bring up one comment. This is what I love. Harry the Greek, no way Atlanta beats the Seahawks. You were also the same person that were saying that Carolina couldn't beat the Rams. Just think about that for a second. Listen, Alex, why I do this, and I'm not beating on you, and this is not supposed to be meant to be derogatory. It's very easy to take the sexy pick. It always is. Your good handicapper can take an underdog to win a football game. I shouldn't have said for them just to cover because it is a lot of points when they're at home. I'm taking them to win the game. That is what they call a deep pick. If you have the extra money, then you play the extra shekels on it. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And listen, man, you give the picks out. If somebody wants to play them, you play them. If you don't want to play them, then more than likely you're not going to win money. We appreciate the time as always, Harry. Get some rest, man, and we'll see you this weekend, hopefully, all right?
Take care of yourself, man. Take care.
All right, good stuff there. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Let's go out to this guy. Sun Devil Dave, how do we start off this show, my friend?
Great job. Thank you for wasting my time, and goodbye forever.
There you go. All right. So what's on your mind tonight,
great
my
show.
friend? Thank you.
Thank you. I hope Harry gets better. I wanted to talk to him, but I think he's going to be okay. We're praying for Harry's, better health.
I'm
for him.
here, Jim. I heard you.
Okay. You're still there?
You said Harry 3 times, so I came back like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's Sun Devil Dave, not Jim, but Sun Devil.
All right, Sun Devil Dave.
Yeah, we love Jim, by the way, but yeah, Sun Devil Dave. Ed, quit calling right now, my friend. I know.
I'll make it real brief.
No, it's okay.
I'm going to talk about 3 keys. 3 keys to the Bucs victory, what they need to do.
Okay.
Number 1, let's hold off on Evans, McMillen, and Cansey. Let's wait until Carolina game for those 3.
I think that's certainly possible. Or
let's wait.
Right.
Let's wait on that. Let's get them fully healthy.
Okay.
Because you don't need to rush those guys back against the Saints and Atlanta are just horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be able to win those games without those 3. What we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
What they really need to focus on, 3 key things, and this is from Buccaneers website and the Pewter Report helped me out here. They got to get the red zone
Did you
deal.
have a question for me?
They're 25th in offense in red zone scoring, and they're 29th on defense and giving up touchdowns. So that's not going to work in the playoffs. Giving up those explosive plays, the big plays like they did with the Bills and the Rams, they've got to cut that out as well. And then finally, tighten up special teams. They can't give up, guys can't be starting on the 50 or on their own 40-yard line and in territory on kickoffs. So they got to tighten up all that. Also, they rank 28th in net yards per punt. Their punter sucks too. So that's got to be working on. I didn't realize how bad they were.
All right.
Did you have a question for me, Dave?
You got a question for Harry?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Harry, the bottom line is this. We talked about how the Lions were struggling.
Yeah.
And when they looked at Jared Goff's numbers and offense, Jared Goff, when Ben Johnson was there, he was thriving. And then since Ben Johnson left, Jared Goff sucks and the Lions are struggling. Do you think a lot of it has to do with him leaving? I think that really has basically put an impact on, their offensive schemes, because Ben Johnson was, the key into their success when they were in the playoffs.
That's a really great question. I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, I believe some of that has something to do with it. Ben Johnson definitely had an impact for Jared Goff because he was able to get the ball out of his hands 1, 2, 3 throw. But if you remember correctly, in the first half of the season, Detroit was putting up numbers as if Ben Johnson was still there. I announced last year I thought that this team would regress because you lost both your coordinators, offense and defensively. And I don't know what's wrong with Dan Campbell. Last time I checked, a great leader has a good supporting cast. And when you take your play calling duties away from your offensive coordinator, you're now not checking your ego at the door and you're not trusting the people that are around you. I think there are problems in Detroit. I still think they're an extremely talented football team. I absolutely love them this weekend against Dallas. I think they'll outscore them. Don't sleep on the Lions. But I do believe there is problems with them. If they don't win this game, they stand a chance of not even making the playoffs.
How about that?
I know. It's crazy. And I think also one thing I want to add, Harry, is that Sewell and I think Edwards is coming back for the Bears. They're getting our 2 linebackers back.
They were practicing. Don't be too excited if they've I'm not sure they're going to be coming back this week. Those were pretty significant injuries. They would love to have them back because when you had the additions of Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, now you just added Gardner Johnson back there, to help them out.
Yes.
Look, they really need some help. This team is very pedestrian-like on defense when you're talking about the Chicago Bears, even though they lead the league in takeaways. Okay, they've scored. They've given up just as many points as they've scored. It's over 300. But they're taking the ball away at really, really good times. This team is really good. They're not as good as what people are making them out to be. But who knows? If they get healthy on defense, this could be a top 10 defense in the National Football League. But you never know. You never know.
Hey, Harry, you got your dancing shoes on, by the way?
Not quite. What you mean?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. But you had dancing shoes on.
That's a good one. You brought a smile to my face. Listen, man, I can't sit in this position anymore. I have got to get vertical, man. My back is killing me. I'm not feeling so hot. Anyway, much love. Thanks for asking the question.
And thank you for coming on the show tonight and giving out your picks. I really appreciate that as well.
You got it, man. You have yourself a good one, okay?
God bless you. And hey, Peter.
Yes.
Card show. I'm going to try to make it Saturday. I'm still doing that Medicare stuff, but when are you going to be there for the card show on Saturday?
I'll be there probably about 9 or 10 o'clock to set up, and we'll probably go live about 11. So we'll
early.
Yes,
okay.
Early, my friend.
I'll see what I could do to make it out there. Also, Netflix is doing that Tampa Bay 50th anniversary docuseries.
Amazon Prime.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, Amazon Prime. I thought it was
10-part
Netflix.
series. Yes, that came out.
Excellent.
Today. Yes.
And Joe Madden's going to be in town December 17th doing a fundraiser, helping out the homeless. I might go to that. It's $150 a plate, but that'd be kind of cool to hang out with Joe Madden. And so I'll send you a link on your text.
All right.
I'll text you the link about that because I think that's kind of cool. So again, great job, guys. Bucs should win Sunday big. I don't know if I'll be able to make it out to the pregame What the Bucs stuff.
Okay.
But Harry, I hope you feel better, man. And thanks for coming on the show. Peter, you're doing an amazing job as always.
Thank you, brother.
So thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
All right, there you go.
Have a great night.
Sun Devil Dave, as always, bringing in here on the Evolution. Let's go out to Corey. Corey, welcome to the Evolution.
Peter, what's going on, man?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
All right, man. I feel good, man. You know what I'm saying, with a Bucs win on Sunday. And I just wanted to chime in on, everybody got their own opinions and everything. But
sure.
To me, man, it was a couple years ago.
Well, we lost you there. It sounds like you're talking to a Corey. We lost you. I don't know what happened there. Go ahead, Corey.
Hold on, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. I think the Bucs went on like a loser skid, and I was like, man, maybe they should get rid of Todd. Maybe they should get Todd, but he turned around and rallied and got them back together. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like, they really play. He's a player coach. They really play hard for him. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you talk to the players love him. They absolutely love him. We talked to him on this show before. We talked to him in the Expo a couple months ago, how much they respect Todd, and you could see it, how they play for him when their backs are against the wall. So that's why I kind of caution people. Yeah, you may want to get rid of him. But the players don't necessarily want to do that. And then on top of it, the grass is not always greener on the other side. We know that, being Bucs fans for a long time, just because you hire a new coach doesn't necessarily mean it's all going to be, great. Like, you're just going to pick up at that point. And
right.
You got new systems, you got new players, you got new coaches, you've got this and that and the other thing. What's going on right now in Chicago is great. I mean, got a new coach.
Chicago ain't done nothing in decades, man. So I'm kind of happy for them.
Sure.
If I play them, I want to beat them. But the thing with some people is like, when it's third and long, they playing so far off and giving up. Like, a lot of times you could be playing 7 yards off and still being man coverage. They do that to drive on the hitch. Yep. If they run a hitch right, he could drive on it or something like that. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
I mean, it's a lot to do with the splits and how fast that receiver is, because, they shade the safety over to one side. If they single high, they go shade the safety over to the strong side. And he probably don't have no help behind him. You know what I mean? So you don't want that dude to just run past you and get, a free touchdown, because, like, them dudes are fast.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, sometimes, it's situational, man. We play a lot of zone, but, sometimes the zone, it calls for it to play zone, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people get mad about them dropping the linebackers in the flats, stuff like that. But, I mean, Todd been doing that for years, so.
Yeah, well, Todd's been doing that for years, and sometimes it works, and a lot of the time it doesn't work, especially if you're going to play that zone, you got guys that are missing tackles, they're not coming up and tackling, or completely, and not in there. It's just a coverage breakdown. But we saw it on Sunday. We saw wide open receivers. We also saw defense get after and call some pressure. So hopefully you could see more pressure and less guys being open at the end of the day. What else, Corey?
Yeah, man, they picked on McCollum bad Sunday, man. I hope he get his confidence back.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think he needs his confidence at this point because he's a much better player than what he's shown here the last couple games, and it's been a down year ever since he got the contract extension. I don't think he's resting on his laurels by any means. I just think, like he said, maybe it's a confidence issue, maybe it's a technique issue. But the Bucs need him. They need him to be that shutdown corner. They paid him as such. He's got to go out there and be productive. And that's what it comes down to. And I know coaching is not teaching him some of the techniques that he's falling back on. They're not doing that. So
man, he was letting that dude get inside on. You can't do that on them slants.
Yep.
He usually be on the boundary, right? What he been playing field, or they just move him around, or he stay to one side, or what?
Yeah, they're definitely they're definitely moving him around. He's not on one side, but they got to figure out, when you have one-on-one coverage with him, he can't be looking, from what I'm seeing, he can't be looking at the receiver. You got to look back, because as soon as you look at the receiver, then of course you're going to get that pass interference call, or you're going to have a guy that runs past you. That's called technique. Yeah. So it's got to definitely get better. He's got to be in the right place. We saw that, against Davante Adams going completely the wrong way. I mean, that's just, again, it goes back to technique. You've got to play better technique than what he's doing. If you got inside leverage or outside leverage, you can't let the guy get to the outside, which you saw him do. Right.
That's big. Yeah, you don't want to give up that inside.
Yep. So, I mean, again, if the guy's not supposed to get to the outside and you think you have help or you don't have help, you can't let the guy get to the outside. That's your job, and you have to do your job. I mean, it's simplistic when it comes to football on the field. You have to do your job. It's the great teams.
Everybody, every man is an ultimate team game if every man do their job.
That's it.
You got to do your job.
And that's what we've heard about, from Todd Bowles the last couple of weeks. They're almost there. We heard, Baker Mayfield talk about it, how this team has to get upset or pissed off and play a good brand of football at this point. He had some things that he said about the offense today that we'll get to in just a moment. But anything else, Corey?
Yeah, well, one last thing. I was at the game, right, and I couldn't see it, but I was looking at that play that Tristan Wirfs scored on. I'm like, man, I hope he went covered up, because if he covered up, he can't leak out.
Well,
but
listen,
he went covered up.
Yes. Well, and he's got an oblique injury, so that's a concern. We didn't talk about that. That was the negative news that came out today. So we'll see if he's going to play, because we know in the oblique
he hurt now?
Yeah, oblique injury. So hopefully.
What oblique? That's your butt, right?
I don't think it's your butt. I think it's like your ab. All right, oblique injury? ab area, like the. Yeah, that's what it is, I believe.
Oh, okay. Buttocks is butt. Okay.
Yeah, buttocks. Yeah, buttocks is butt. Yeah, that's. See, don't blame
man. Okay, now he hurt. Okay, man. Yes. I don't know. Go Bucs, man.
Yeah, go Bucs. Absolutely, Corey. Appreciate the call as always, my friend. All right, you say go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
We got the job, baby.
Go Bucs.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. All right, let's see here. Let's go out to the comments, and then we will wrap this up for the night. We'll read a comment, or we'll read what Baker Mayfield had to say about this offense today. And then, of course, we'll be back, I believe, on Friday night. We'll see what's happening at that point. We plan to interview Elijah Roberts. Let's go out to Brightside Broadway. Brightside, welcome to the Evolution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
What's going on,
How are
buddy?
you tonight?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
It has been one of the best Sports Web shows of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you got a good laugh.
You are so welcome, and I got to give a shout out to my brother Jim.
Okay.
Episode I have ever heard.
Yeah, it was a good, bad, and ugly with Jim tonight.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Yes, it was good.
Can I give you a bright side of the week?
All right, give me a bright side of the week here, Broadway. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving's the bright side of the week. Why is Bucky Irving the bright side of the week?
Because he came back with a vengeance, and he came back with a purpose.
Love it. That's great, man. I like this bright side of the week here. Anything else that caught your eye here, bright side?
Harry is back on the show. He's recovered, and TJ has got all the right news.
He does, absolutely. We'll see. Again, that 21-day window was open for Mike Evans and Jalen McMillen. We'll see if they're going to play this week or next week or get ready for Carolina. But it got me to thinking maybe they hold them out until that Carolina game because, of course, you got this week, you've got Atlanta, and then you've got a 10-day period there where you're able to rest and once again, get healthy. You got a little bye week there, so that should definitely help out. So we'll
and
yes.
one more thing about the defense.
Okay, go for
Jamel Dean got a deflection, and Antoine Winfield Jr. got an interception.
They did, absolutely. That was definitely a bright side. All right, bright side, Broadway. I like this segment. We'll definitely do this every week with you, all right?
Thank you, brother. I love the sports web. Let's go.
Yes, he says it. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
We got the job, baby.
Yeah, go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Yeah, go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Yeah, fire the cannons. Absolutely. And we'll do that. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for all the calls tonight. Love all the new segments that are being introduced here by the Webheads. You got Good, Bad, and Ugly with Jim. Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
You've got the bright side of the week there with Bright Side Broadway. And then, of course, you've got the critical Joe Sway, the pessimistic one, talking about what he wants to talk about. So always an opportunity here for Webheads and Tampa Bay sports fans to talk about what you want to talk about. Even Joe Sway talked about some Magic lows tonight. We could talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning, if you will. Okay, so we'll go out to the comments, and then we will wrap this up for the night. Is it true that the lowest paid coach? Good question. I don't believe he's one of the lowest paid coaches. Isn't the Bucs defense top 10 in takeaways? Why we never talk about the Magic? I don't know. You don't talk about it, Steve. I love the sports web. Woo. Absolutely. Woo. There you go. A little Ric Flair right there. David says, yeah, with the video coming out. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, using your second call. Go ahead, my friend.
Great show.
Thank you.
First and foremost, I just want to say that I hope that Harry the Greek feels better.
Yes, we all do.
He looked a little exhausted at the end, so
He did.
I'm praying for him. So hopefully he feels better.
Yeah.
But listen, as I was trying to tell you, man, listen. As we get these guys healthier toward the end of the year, and we start getting that offensive playbook, more options to play or to open up, I'm telling you, it's going to be a huge difference. Listen, as I was trying to say earlier, just the effect of Mike Evans alone, and again, what that can do to give us an opportunity to reopen that playbook that this team does have, it could be absolutely explosive. So, yes, I wouldn't technically rush him back this week. I wouldn't rush Jalen McMillen back this week. I think for the Saints, if you kind of mix what you did this weekend, get Bucky Irving involved, he looked really good. Chris Godwin's obviously looking very healthy because that breakaway run that he had for I think it was 15 to 20 yards.
25 yards, yes, it was nice.
25 yards. It was really nice to see him going. So, listen, you were able to reopen up the playbook against the Cardinals. It looked really good, looked much better. As we saw the effect of Bucky Irving, we all knew just having him back would be, a huge difference.
Yep.
So, keep Baker healthy, but I would not, as long as Baker's healthy, he looked okay. I didn't see too many issues with him on Sunday, but listen, everyone's coming back healthy. Don't rush Mike Evans. Don't rush Jalen McMillan. Get them ready. If I'm the Bucs, Thursday night, the earliest, have them ready for the Panthers by that game one, because I really do think our season in the division will come down to those two games. I really do. I've told you this all year long. As we got toward the middle of the season, I think our season comes down to those two games. Not saying technically the playoffs, but to win the division, yeah, it's going to come down to those two games. That's my prediction.
Listen,
others can disagree, but
if you beat the Saints, you beat the Falcons on Thursday night, and you beat the Carolina Panthers on the road, you win the
division.
NFC South. That's it.
Yeah, but listen, Do not sleep on Kirk Cousins and those Falcons, man.
I agree.
They've always given us hell. And for that sake, on any given Sunday, don't sleep on the Saints this Sunday. Listen, anything can happen in the National Football League. We just saw it with how the Rams just got decimated by the Panthers. Listen, any given Sunday. But listen, it was a great win this past Sunday. Build that confidence. You saw it in the offensive side of the ball. Maybe not as much as we would have liked to see against, what people would say is a terrible Cardinals team. But I disagree. Like I said, a team can be 3-10, 4-10, or whatever the bad record is. I don't know. It's any given Sunday in the National Football League. Any team can come out here. Any team can come out here and beat you, and it doesn't matter what the odds are. How many people had the Rams beating the Panthers? Come on, let's be honest.
Nobody did. You're absolutely right, Alex.
So anyway, stay confident. Couple days away from football Sunday. I actually want to be the first person tonight to give us a score prediction for Sunday.
Well, why don't you hold off on it until Sunday? We're going to go live.
How about that? Okay.
In the morning.
Listen,
the score prediction.
Great show, Peter. I appreciate all your hard work. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate all the web heads out here. Listen, we may joke around, we mess around, but I love everyone in this group. And as you continue to work week in and week out, appreciate all your hard work.
Hey, man, absolutely. And continue to tune in. Absolutely. This weekend. Appreciate you as always, Alex. Let's read the rest of these comments. And then we will wrap it up for the night. We're going to cut off phone calls because I want to read these comments and then read these comments and then read what Baker Mayfield had to say today. And then we'll go from there. Do you think the Saints may play this game aggressively to the point of where people could get hurt? Because if that's the case, may Baker sit out? Dixie Mafia Bowl? No, I don't think. I think the Saints always play dirty, but you're not going to sit out these players. Definitely you're nuts. Falcons will not win. I don't know. Get your betting money. Absolutely. The Greek. Alex, Harry Berg, no way Atlanta beats the Seahawks. We shall see. I don't bet, but if I did, I would be with the Greek. Steve, Falcons will not win that game. Prayers for the Greek. Thank you. Balia Bell, I think that is. Thanks a lot for tuning in there on YouTube. Love and prayers, sir. That's very cool. All right, here I'm going to go against the Eagles this week. Brightside Broadway, best sports web show of the season. Thank you, sir.
Ooh, yeah.
Chris Cole, Bucs defense is still pretty young besides a few guys. Carl, great show. Peter H. Blake, thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always. Sorry I'm late, Roger Shue. It's okay.
Acknowledge me.
Better late than never. Of course, did someone say Lightning? We the Thunder? Absolutely, my friend. We definitely need to have you come on here as the Lightning's winning streak got snapped by the Islanders. But a long winning streak there. Very impressive at this point, so we'll definitely have you on. Shooter, Todd Bowles is not in the top 20 of highest paid coaches in the NFL. Hi, Peter. You know I'm right. How you doing? Brightside Broadway, thank you for a great show. And Alex, God bless everyone. Have a great night. Let's end it off here with what Baker Mayfield had to say about the offense. He says it's been a resilient group no matter who's in there. We asked a lot of everybody to step up and do their job at a high level. I think a ton of people need to get credit for that. Grizz having to adjust the play calls for people who are in there, the position coaches for getting everybody that's stepping up and getting in there ready to play. It's a resilient group. And that goes for players, the staff, the training room, everybody that's involved in that. It takes everybody. It takes everybody. It takes everybody on this team. It takes everybody on this show. It takes everybody on this platform. We appreciate you, Tampa Bay sports fan, the webheads out there. Thanks a lot to all the guests. Mr. Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. Thanks to the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneers Radio Network. Remember, continue to tune in all weekend as we'll be live from the Tampa Sports Collectors Expo from the Florida State Fairgrounds. Friday, we're going to try to get Jonathan Aranda and Elijah Roberts on, old friend of the show. And then Saturday, BJ Upton, Carlos Pena, Brett Phillips, Dante Culpepper, Vince Papali, Dwight Smith, Peter Warwick, Jimmy Giles, and Casey Weldon, and a partridge and a pear tree. And then, of course, we got you covered on Sunday with What the Buck Tailgate live there with Mr.
Canada.
Best of the Bays, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. I think we'll be on about 9:30, 10 o'clock there live. And then, of course, at the end of the game, 30 to 35 minutes. I know I can find a plug on that field. We got you covered on the evolution of Sports Talk Television, your post-game edition in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show. Of course, Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. And then also Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky. Whether it's a haircut, fade, beard trim, they got you covered. Easy for me to talk. Goodness gracious. And again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And do 3 things as we wrap it up here on a happy hump day edition. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay Sports Fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say on this show to end it off, go Bucs.